Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Chuck from Chuck Knows Cars, and this morning I am driving a 2014 E-Class, driving out to a friend of mine who is at work right now, and she doesn't drive at night. She's afraid to drive at night. She only has one headlight, and so I'm going to help her out a little bit. And as I'm driving this is a 2014 Mercedes E-Class. Let me turn the camera around so you can see what it looks like here. So this is the dashboard of a Mercedes, typical Mercedes. One thing about Mercedes, they don't really change much as you look around. One thing they changed recently is the seat controls on the door. You can see those seat controls right there. But this is a 2014. You see in the back, see the vent shade in the back. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But one thing about the E-Class that's remarkable is it is if you're looking for a luxury car that is relatively reliable, want a reliable car, and in terms of just relevant to overall longevity, Mercedes E-Class is a good choice. The reason being, they use a tried and true 3.5 liter high output Mercedes engine. It's like a workhorse across many of their products. And if you're looking for a luxury car, you don't want to spend a lot of money. This particular one I'm driving right now is actually under $10,000. Very nice vehicle. Let me show you something real quick that when I talk to you about the sniff test, I have a sniff test. I can look and see and tell you within a reasonable tolerance of how a car has been treated before I even read the Carfax. Let me show you something interesting here. Now, if you look down at the seat, you'll see there is a cushion, a cushion on the seat. There's also one on the driver's seat as well. And as you look across the car, you don't see a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle. This is the way they traded the car in. Pretty free of stains. You can look in the back. Once again, they have that vent shade down. That's pretty cool. But in terms of just looking for a reliable vehicle, the ride here is beautiful on this car. This is a 2014. Like I said, it's under $10,000. This particular one has 145-ish on the miles, which is just average for the year. Ride is super smooth. And the reason I like the Mercedes E-Class, I remind people all the time that if you go to Europe and you want to drive, you get a taxi or you get some sort of a livery vehicle, they're not going to show up in a Honda or a Toyota. They're going to show up in a BMW, or they're going to show up in a Mercedes power plant or influenced power plant, because the reliability in the 3.5 liter engine is it's fantastic. It is like the Honda of Europe, the 3.5 liter engine. Very good fuel economy. You're looking at about 18 and 29, maybe, depends on how you treat it, maybe 30 miles to the gallon. A lot of features, Bluetooth. This has Bluetooth. It has, and if you look at this dashboard, this is typical of what you see in a Mercedes. They don't change. They have their dash cluster is still similar to what it is today. You have multiple climate controls as well. You have now the stereo system. I think the stereo system is a Harman. I think it's a Harman Kardon, if I remember correctly, on the stereo systems, or a Blaupunkt. I hope I'm saying that right. Blaupunkt, what have you. And so it's very reliable. Super quiet car. You can't really, you're still going to hear road noise. But just as far as the cabin being quiet, I'm doing about 80 miles an hour. 65 plus a few miles an hour on the freeway right now, and in this E-Class. Once again, I'll take pictures of the exterior and add it to this post once we get out, but the vehicle's in very good condition. This particular year, it was styled like more on the lines of an S-Class, so I actually confused it for the S-Class when I was looking for it earlier today. And but this is under $10,000, and you're going to be able to find many similar to this. Explain to you why you should buy a pre-owned luxury car once you have had it inspected, of course, and looked at it. Typically, a person who owns a luxury car is going to have the means to keep the maintenance up, and so you're going to have a much better track record. They're not going to, like for this one here, you can tell it's never been smoked in. I wonder if it's never been smoked in. Even the headliner is super clean. Got a nice sunroof here. Let me pull that up there. You can see it. See it there. So got a nice sunroof. And but I recommend pre-owned luxury vehicles simply for the fact that if they've been well maintained, they're going to give you a lot of life. They don't typically, a person who's buying this type of car typically is not going to drive it very hard like your normal everyday family car. You know, this was maybe a $55,000 car, new 10 years ago. It's a 2014. Now you can buy the same vehicle for less than $10,000. I'm going to be test driving another one here shortly. I'll take you on that drive as well. But I just think if you're going to invest in a vehicle, you don't want to spend $10,000, you know, or so. You know, you can go up to about probably 12, 13, especially if you want to buy a Lexus. Right now, you can buy a 15, 14 Lexus, you know, which is a Toyota power plant. GS and ES they're similar to this E-Class Mercedes. You're going to get a really good buy, get longevity. You're still going to get the features, the backup cameras. This one has a navigation system in it. Has some sort of a hand dial control down here where you adjust the radio up there. And don't ask me to try to do all that while we're driving, but you can. It does have that as well. So, you know, I think it's a pretty solid vehicle. And remember, this is Chuck from Chuck Knows Cars, and of course Car Source, where I've been for many years. I think, hey, I see some of my old customers on there. Oren, Carl, good to see you. Jeremiah, good to see you. These are all some of my old customers. And thank you very much for Bishop. Hey, how you doing? I thank all of you for being my past clients. And so I'm right now, as I was saying before, I'm in this 2014 Mercedes E-Class. You can see by how unbumpy the ride is. It's got an excellent ride. Vehicle's under $10,000. I'm taking it to show my friend Chris. She doesn't drive at night. Or she does, but now one of her headlights has gone out, and so I'm going to help her out, drive this car out to her. I've already got her approved, but I know what she likes. I've sold her several vehicles, and so I like to listen. And remember, I want to give you some advice when you're going to see going to purchase a car. This is really critical advice. Make sure that your sales representative is listening to what your needs are as well as what your wants are. Because if you don't fulfill the need of your customer, they're not going to come back. You know, I have two sayings concerning sales. One is as a minister, a Christian minister, you know, your ministry, your job is your ministry, and your ministry is your job. You know, so I have those sayings. And then sales is servanthood. So sales is servanthood. So make sure that if you take the time to go out to a dealership and you're not dealing with yours truly, make sure that you Make sure that the person's listening to what you want, your desires, and you'll be sure to get a much better experience, because you don't want to get somebody who's just trying to get it for the dime. And because if you get somebody who's just trying to get a vehicle for the dime, they're just trying to buy a car or sell a car so they can make profit. There's nothing wrong with profit. It's not a dirty word, but at the end of the day, you do want to make sure you get what you're looking for. Make sure that even if you're uncertain, don't be afraid to take it to a third party. Don't be afraid to take the car to a third party and have it inspected. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't get offended when people say I want to take it elsewhere and have it inspected. I don't think that's fair to your customer or to your client, because it's a second set of eyes, especially if you're not mechanically inclined. Second set of eyes can always be, it's always beneficial. So be sure to, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to reach out to me, on Facebook at Chuck Knows Cars, or Instagram at Chuck Knows Cars. You can, we have a website going up soon, chuckknowscars.com, where you can, we'll be putting up a lot of information, and just to help you through the car buying process. Now dollars and cents have to go further because things are tighter. So this is a resource that I want to provide. I'm actually going to be having what's called Chuck's Checklist. It's going to be a free checklist that you can take with you to the car dealership, and making sure that all those boxes are checked off before you purchase that vehicle, to make sure that it is it's inspected properly. Now I want to bring up something else I thought about this as I was driving this car. Two things you want to try to do. Always, when you're test driving a vehicle, get it up to freeway speed, and then hit the brakes. Don't skid and lock the brakes up, but hit the brakes to see if you feel any vibration. Now this one here, I just drove it, just hit the brakes, feel a little vibration. That means that you have a slight warping in the rotors. It's a easy fix, $200-300 fix. It's not that the brakes are bad, but as you get up to freeway speed and you hit the brakes, you feel that vibration, that oscillation. That means that you have a warping in the brakes. It's something you can negotiate and live with, and then change your brakes. Maybe you can get a $500 discount or what have you. For my friend, I'm going to probably help her get some brakes, because she doesn't know necessarily how to do that, but I'm going to take care of her if she chooses this car. I'm going to show her another car here in a minute too. But I wanted to drop it off to her. She can't get away from her job, and she doesn't drive at night. God love her. Chris is one of my long time customers, known her for years and years and years. And some people just don't like to drive at night. I'm not going to mention any names. I know a few of you right there that don't do a very good job of driving at night. Especially when you get older, you get cataracts. Different things happen. But once again, get the vehicle up to freeway speed every time you test drive. Do not be pressured into driving a vehicle without getting it up to an operating speed and an operating temperature. Thus, again, we're in this. Those of you who just joined us, we're in this 2014 Mercedes-Benz sedan. It's called an E-Class, E350. That 350 just denotes the size of the engine. And we're taking on a road test. My customer, Chris, she's had several Mercedes. I think I sold her a C-Class years ago. And then I sold her an M-Class. She loved it. She ran that thing. Boy, she ran that thing in the ground. But she's always helping people out, going all over the place. And so she's a blessing to everybody, trying to be a blessing to her. But You know, this vehicle, like I said before, let's just take a quick look around. I'm at a stoplight. You can see, look at this cushion. That tells you a little bit about what the customer was thinking about their car. The leather is almost in near perfect condition. Needs a little wipe off, but we take in trades as is. Here's another little thing. They cared about the odor in the car. I've never seen one of these. You plug it in. It's a plug-in Febreze thing, I guess. I never seen one of those before, but it's interesting. And so we're getting ready to pull up here in about 3 minutes. We're right down the street. We're going to pull up and I'm going to walk out and show you around this vehicle. You might be able to find a similar one to this online. I only have one of these. If Chris decides to buy this one, then you know, I think it'll be a good car for her. She decides to buy this one, then this one's won't be available. But what I was saying was, you can find a good. Don't be afraid of a luxury vehicle. I explained that to you earlier. Why? Because when you buy a luxury vehicle that's a little older, if you look at the Carfax, you'll be able to see that typically people who own luxury vehicles, they have the means to do the maintenance necessary to keep it up and keep it so it'll have longevity. The biggest reason why people cars engines give out is because of lack of maintenance. So when you buy a luxury vehicle, typically that person is going to be very, very more, or at least more meticulous concerning the upkeep of the vehicle. Now I have to figure out where she's at here. I'm just gonna make a right turn or left turn. Let's make a left. Oh, I see it now after I did it. So we're gonna pull in. I'm gonna step out here in about a minute and show you around this car and show you the things that you should look for when buying a vehicle. That's very important. Now this one has passed a lot of my tests. I think, like I said before, the only thing I saw on this particular Mercedes E-Class is the high-speed braking. There's a little bit of oscillation. It's not an unsafe condition, but it's an irritating condition, I suppose. We'll see if that comes up when they do the, I'm going to do another inspection on this vehicle for my friend here as well. So we have arrived. I'm going to be getting out. We have a lady, God bless her. She's not moving very fast right now. God love her. And God help her. So let me pull over here very quickly. And I'm just going to put these flashes. I'm going to pull right up in front of the building so she can see me parking here. And let me put on the flashers. Okay. So like I said, let me turn around. This is an E-Class, just in case she doesn't buy it. This vehicle's $99.95 for Chris. $10,995 will probably be the price online. This is a 2014 E-Class. I like E-Classes. The reason I like E-Classes is because they are small enough to get good fuel economy. It's about the size of a Honda Accord. Let me see if I can back it up a little bit. It's about the size of a Honda Accord. This one is a dark blue color. You can't really tell. Firestones, that's good. Name brand tire. I never have been a fan of the 5-spoke Mercedes wheels, but that's a personal preference.
I wear glasses to read. Fine line. right, just wait for your number to be called on the loud screen and show them that for me. Hi, we'll watch this video.
I just want here to see my sister Chris showing her car. Her car broke down. She works here. Christina Hutchins.
Oh, Miss Christina, she here already? Your brother's here. Oh, alright. Well, nice to meet you, Miss Christina.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm a car dealer. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Well, I'm
ma'am.
broke. I can't decide.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You're going to live out your words. Don't you do that. Tell you, I'm in between blessings. I'm in between blessings.
I accept that.
There you go.
Jesus' name.
There you go. Amen. You got it right. All
I
right.
know that's right.
Hey.
No, hey man. Today. So you brought the car up, so you just want me to run and test drive it real quick?
You can run around the block real quick. Yeah,
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me go tell her a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Like I was saying before, this is a Mercedes E350. A 350 just means the size of the engine. This is also one other reason why I'm a fan of the Mercedes. It's a 4Matic. That means it is all-wheel drive when necessary. It runs on a... I wish we hadn't ran through that mud. I ran back down 104 and went through a mud puddle as well. Got a couple things, you know. If I owned it, I'd probably change these out, or either change the wheels altogether. I got a good wheel guy. Got a little thing going on right there. I got a good wheel guy, though. He can fix that up. This is the front view of the E-Class. So you see, sporty looking car, real nice car. Once again, if you're looking for something under $10,000 or right around that $10,000 range, you're going to be able to find these all over the place. Paint's good. Looking at that right there. It runs so smooth you can't even hear it run. Got one little door ding right there. Let's pull the hood. Let's see what we got underneath the hood here. Where is it at? I'm the guy getting paid. I'm the guy getting paid to know. I can't even find the hood release. Now this classic got the classic Mercedes emblem on top of it. And that super quiet. Okay, a couple things right here right away. When you're looking at an engine, make sure to look and see if there's any abnormal vibration. Today's engine should not vibrate at all because they're tuned by a computer. So if you see vibration in an engine, it's not like a little cheapo car. That's something to look out for. Engine sounds good. Mercedes, they put their batteries in the trunk or underneath the back seat. So this is your access port. You have to jump the car. And then what you do is if you have to jump it, you put the clip here, and then you put the negative here. So positive here, negative here. Don't really see anything going on. The other thing you want to do when you get down here in the engine compartment, look and see if you can see any evident leaking. That's dry as a bone. That's good. Can't really see on the other side, but that is dry. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for any. Let's see if there's any seepage or leakage in the oil compartment. If you smell, you want to see if you smell anything. No smells here. See a little, I don't know if that's overspill or whatever right there. Don't like that. But the car runs great. There's a point here. One thing I want to point out. You see that coolant reservoir right there? I can see into the coolant. That's very good. That means that coolant, that fluid has been changed or or has been serviced. You want translucent fluid, so that's good. That's good. This is where your washer fluid is at. Okay, Chris, we're live. I'm doing a live stream.
Okay.
All right, so, all right, my friend Chris is here. We're going to drive this around the block. All right, the other thing about having a luxury car, hey, Willie Conkle, I haven't seen her from you in years. One thing about having a luxury car is that both sides are typically power. Now remember I showed you Mercedes is on the door. See that? See this thing right here? This is what I was telling you about the customer. They have a little bit of a split in that seat right there, and that's typical with these with this Mercedes leather. BMW has the best leather, by the way. Out of everybody, BMW's leather is got some real cows. All right.
Okay. Well, Pastor, I appreciate you bringing this up for me to see.
No problem. That's what we do. Give me an opportunity to hang out with some of my clients as well. So, hey Gary, how you doing?
Pastor, what's this?
This is where they had a phone. This was a phone with a little magnetic thing. They put their phone up there for some reason.
Okay.
They must. I don't know if they.
It's against the law, but okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna play with this.
Considered distracted driving.
Yep. So I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. Let me lay this down for a second.
So you got two phones.
I don't want to meet Jesus today.
Thank you.
It's not my time.
No.
It's not my time to go.
Even though I'm sure you are ready, you're right, it's not. And you might have to explain to him
Today is not my day.
why you didn't get done what he said for you to do. All right, Pastor. So you live streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm live streaming. Let me go right here. Nobody's going. You're not on camera. I don't do that to me.
Well, no, but I don't want to be
Yeah.
talking while you trying to talk.
No, you're fine.
And people be saying, who that talking?
All right. So just in the
I
point.
like the way this feels already.
Yeah, this actually drives good. The only thing I saw was when we get to high speeds on the freeway. Do you drive on the freeway?
I do not.
Okay, well then never mind. You're never going to notice it.
All right, but tell me just in case I needed somebody
So
to drive me.
you do a braking test. As I was explaining earlier, when you do a braking test, you always want to get the vehicle up to freeway speed and then hit the brakes firmly. Don't skid, don't lock them up, but hit the brakes firmly. And when I tested the brakes, had a little bit of oscillation. Chris, I forgot, she drives slow.
That's
So
right.
we're gonna be all right. We might get back from the test drive by 4 o'clock.
Okay, so, trying to figure these mirrors out. I do drive slow.
Okay, so we don't have to really worry about that. So, but at any rate,
But what does it mean, though, Pastor, when we are driving fast?
No.
About the braking.
Okay, so what I do is I do a high-speed braking test. So I get it up to freeway speed and then firmly hit the brakes, just in case somebody, like it's simulating if somebody jumped in front of me, I had to hit the brake. It tells me how the brakes are going to operate, and then also, so that's what it does. So I've already checked it out. There's a very slight oscillation in the brakes. You may never notice it driving in town. On a higher speed thing. So what it means is the brakes have a slight warping in the rotor, not the brakes, but the rotor. So the brakes are fine. And that would indicate one of the things that Mercedes do. They'll tell you when your brakes are low. So it's doing fine. Yeah.
So since it's got this in the rotor, is that something that needs to be taken care of?
It would be something I either take care of for you, yes. That's 100%. I would negotiate it for somebody else because it's not necessarily, the brakes aren't bad. But for you, I'll make sure you get some rotors.
Thank you.
All right, not a problem. So now, I'm not driving now. Some of you have been with me for the half hour. I've been live. Just a couple of points in the back. If you look in the back, you see that vent shade back there. That's pretty cool. If you have people in the back seat, or if you want to save have the car, get more longevity out of your car in terms of fading from the sun. This is a light interior, so you're probably not going to notice it quite as much, but when it happens, you will notice it. And so that kind of saves that and saves your passengers in the back. We do have a sunroof here. Once again, this car is going up, and it does have a Harman Kardon. I found that. Oops. Uh-oh, what did I do? Did something wrong. There we go. It does have a Harman Kardon stereo system. Those of you who like, who are audiophiles, it does have that system right there. Mercedes has an excellent sound system as well. So, Chris, so far, how do you like the...
I love this.
Okay. All right. Never say you love anything to your car salesman. Unless it's me.
I trust you. That's right.
Point,
I'm telling
sales
you.
point. Never tell your car salesman you love anything.
That's true. That's true. I'm in sales, and you're correct, Pastor. But you're different. You are a man of integrity, and you're my friend.
Okay, yes. I told you it's my friend. But Chris here, but don't, and so she can say it to me. I love this car, what have you, but don't say don't you tell your car
salesman. But as a professional salesperson, I'm telling you, he's correct. Don't say that, because then they got you on the hook.
Yeah, don't say I love anything. All right. But at any rate, that's just me. Then I'm not saying every car salesmen are dishonest either. I don't want to throw that light on there, but you know.
It's not a matter of dishonest. They just know you're going to be a more eager buyer and more willing to take whatever's just out there without asking anything else, because you're already attached to it.
Right. Yeah. And I agree with that. And so it just gives people opportunity. And once again, we talked about on the way up here, you know, buying or selling without serving. And so.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these mirrors here.
All right. So it should be, there you go. You got it. Okay, and by the way, guys, these mirrors are what they call monochromatic mirrors, at least the one on that side. So they're going to have a system in it that will cut down on you being blinded by the vehicle behind you. So one kind of thing just to point out is my buddy Chris. She likes to sit with the steering wheel right up on her lap. That tells you how
I shouldn't do that by a truck driver because of the airbags.
That tells you how fast she drives. She'll drive very fast. So, all right. I do want to check this other seat out. I did not realize we had a little. That will give us a couple dollars off, or I can redirect you to somebody that can do a seat repair. We typically don't do that. We are at our.
What is the seat issue?
No, it's got that little seam. I'll show you the seam in this one. Okay. It's split. It's got a split right on the seam. It can be sewed back up by an upholsterer, probably about $300. You know, but do you want to spend that on that or something on brakes? So I had to see what
oh, you know my answer. Give me the brakes.
Give you the brakes, right? That's what I say. I don't care. That's why they got this
we'll
on.
Throw a cover on that one. I don't have people.
There's cover on both of them. They both have covers on them. So yeah, but nevertheless, just a little bit more about the E-Class while we're talking. If you look back in his back seat, that back seat is huge. You can look back behind Chris. Of course, she does have a seat all the way up. You can get about 5 people back there.
So, excuse me, Pastor. So, what's the difference between the C-Class and the E-Class?
Okay, so a C-Class, the first car I sold you, is a little smaller. It can have a 4-cylinder engine, or it can have this engine, the 3.5, on the sport model. So the C-Class is smaller. Think of it more like the Honda Civic of the Mercedes lineup. This would be more like the Honda Accord. If this were a Honda, it would be a Honda Accord, be that middle size vehicle. And as I was saying to the individuals who were watching us on this live, is if you go to Europe and you go try to find a taxi, you're not going to find a Honda, and you're not going to typically get a Toyota unless you get to the Middle East. But in Europe, you're going to find a BMW or a Mercedes that is going to be the workhorses. So the 3.5 liter engine that's in this car is is what I would deem to be the workhorse of of the group in the Mercedes engine. It's been around a long, long time. It's been around so long that Chrysler used to put a version of the 3.5 liter in the, remember when they used to have the Dodge Magnum and the Dodge Charger? They used to put that 3.5 liter engine that was in those cars came from this vehicle right here. Remember when Chrysler used to be Daimler Chrysler?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Yeah, it used to be Daimler Chrysler. Used to be a German. To us, when Mercedes and Chrysler.
I do vaguely remember that.
Mercedes and Chrysler got together for a while. They needed help then. And it was a good thing that Mercedes and Chrysler got together then, because they got a better engine. That's when you start seeing this Sprinter van influenced by Mercedes, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a better engine. Now this has got this control thing I was trying to show these guys earlier down here. You can go ahead, Chris. That you control your radio and stuff with. And I was trying to figure out. There we go. Okay. So I figured out how you toggle it up to what you want on the screen, and then you turn it and then push it down. So like I just went to the nav system right there, so it's got navigation on it. And as you can see right there, it's got a nav system. And so rides pretty smooth, doesn't it?
It does.
That's ride smooth, yes. It's a middle-sized car that rides. They have, of course, the Mercedes has the airbag. They got the air assist or whatever they have in there. So it's a nice ride. Okay. And we're pulling back up. It's about an hour later. We finally got back. Okay. Anyway, so we're back. We're getting ready to pull back in the lot here. So what are your thoughts?
I like that, but I did when I was putting on the brake. It did.
You felt that oscillation?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can handle that for you. That's a safety issue. Okay. I'm more inclined to help individuals for safety rather than I don't care about cosmetics. Mm-hmm. Me, I don't care. I care if you're safe.
I do too. I like aesthetics, but safety's first.
Yeah. So, and then we can just pull back up where we were at before.
Okay.
Okay.
Back, Mr. Truck.
So you can just pull right over there. Where it says no parking, we're gonna park right. And when all your friends see, or you pull up in your Mercedes, man.
Okay.
There you go. I know you're not a vain person, but
I am not. And this is a unique little clock.
Yes. So this clock right here. Hold on a minute. Don't ask me how to adjust it. I'm sure there's somewhere in the owner's manual you got to touch it or something. But it is right. The clock is right, though. That's good news. That means the battery's been running. It's 11:40. Okay. Now, just to point out a few things here. Is this the same way it was on your Mercedes? Like your nav, your radio, all this is new. So this is kind of familiar to you. These heated seats here as well. Climate control down here. I have it set to 72. I don't know. Now Chris is not married. I'm married. This is what you need. If you're married, you need your own control, because your wife, I don't think my wife is watching, but your wife, she's either too hot or too cold. And, you can control yours independently of her. Sometimes, listen, sometimes I love my wife. Let's see what's in this middle console here. Nothing going on down there. That's good. My wife gets so hot, and you can control this panel from here in this middle knob right here. You see that? You can control this panel from this middle knob here.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have push button start on yours as well?
I did not.
Okay, so this is push button start. So here's the key.
No, that's my key.
This is your key. One of them. Let's see, there's only one. This is your key. Foot on the brake. Push it.
No, mine might be
that's
my
not
purse.
your key. No, don't take that. Yep.
And pass it for the record. You're correct. I'm not married, but for the right person, I am taking applications. Okay. Now I do have a question here. What's going on with the parking brake? I don't see it.
Okay, it's You don't see it what now? Where, when you see, what do you mean?
When I push it in, normally
okay.
it would show up
so there,
being on. And
then
I pull it out and it goes off. I don't see that.
So I did have to pull it out. It set itself some kind of way. So I don't know. I had to pull it out when I left because it was set. So I don't know if the set's automatically, the parking brake, or you had to push if there's a third. Is there a third pedal down there on the left, on the far left that you push in?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it must be an automatic electronic brake.
So you can check that for me.
Yeah. I know it works because I had to pull it out to get here.
Okay. Also, I'm getting a message saying replace key battery.
Okay, so we can do that for you. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Put a new battery in it, but make sure. Let's see if any money's in here. Uh-oh. Listen. Okay, this is bad right here. Okay. Do not leave personal effects in your glove box. What's this right here? So looks like $27.78 in savings. So $29.53 in savings. So it looks like somebody. It does have your owner's manual. Okay. That's good. And that's what I was typically telling with luxury cars. I try to tell people with luxury cars, typically you're going to see stuff like that. People are going to keep their stuff, put pads on their seats. They're not going to, not going to smoke in the car. I don't smell any, and I'm very hyper allergic to smoking. So that was interesting. Somebody plugged that. Somebody had this. It's a Febreze thing.
That's what that looked like, I thought.
And it was in the
okay.
Yeah, it was in the thing there. I never seen that before. That's just another way to get your money. You could just put anyway. I go to the dollar store and stick one of them things in the stick one of those things in the bottom of the under the seat, and it'll smell the whole car out. Okay, well,
thank you so much. I really, really like this car, and I'm not supposed to keep saying that. But
okay, now are these controls the same up here, the same as what you had before?
Yes, they look very similar.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
That's a light. How come it didn't go back out? What's this? Okay, now what am I pushing?
You're pushing everything at the same time. What you doing?
I'm trying to see.
Okay, let me see. Okay. So this is your.
There goes the light, child.
That's your dome. So this must be. This is your doors system. This is your off and on for your doors. Let me open the door. See what's coming on. Yeah. So that's where you want to leave it. Okay. That one. Push that one. That should. No, push this one.
I just did.
Okay.
It didn't look like it did anything.
I don't know. Okay. This is okay. So this is all on. And this is off. Okay, and this, I don't know what that is. This is reading lights, right, left and right.
I see. Yeah, I don't know.
Did you see something? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. So you got me confused now. I don't know.
Okay, what's this?
That is your window. Yep, that's your, push it up from vent. Pull it
back down. So
I'll pull it down again.
It doesn't slide.
Yeah,
okay,
it slides.
Okay, so it slides. Okay, up and down. Okay.
The sunroof open. Oh, beautiful day out. Ooh, look at that blue sky.
Okay. And then this is just manual. Pull this.
Well, I think it's automatic, isn't it? Let me see something.
No, I'm talking about the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same.
All right, so these two you can find out for me.
And then
about the parking brake.
Also, look,
and then the brakes.
Car was from they were going through what's his name?
Yeah.
This is for if you go to a toll road.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy pass. I had a bad experience. Hey y'all. So those of you people from New York, you guys, I just want to tell you, y'all need to get better manners. I went through an easy pass thing by accident. Without an easy pass block, and the guy cussed me out trying to get out of Manhattan. Right there at the bridge, it comes out of Manhattan going to New Jersey, and we didn't know, it was our first time, and they cussed us out, me out for going in the wrong thing. And their words they use the full of volula. They use a lot of words.
Touching our God's anointed. Pastor, what are these little buttons here?
That's your garage door opener.
Oh, okay.
It's a programmable garage door opener. Yeah.
So
she's asking about
if you got
these
one big one or two little ones, is that what that is?
No. You got three. No, some people have three garage doors, or three doors, 1, 2, and 3.
Right, just individual doors.
Yeah,
okay.
they're individual doors. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything else I should know before I go in?
No, I'm gonna have it inspected. I mean, just I passed my sniff test.
This is to go to the manual thing.
Yeah, if you want to race.
I don't want to, but I accidentally.
So she asked me about these paddle shifters, guys. So if you look here on behind the steering wheel, excuse me, reach across you. If you look behind the steering wheel right here, you're going to see these. See that right there? That's a paddle. There's one on the other side. That paddle, when you put this into a manual mode, you can shift it. You can actually shift it manually, and with your hands, called paddle shifting. There's on many cars like that are equipped that way. So just so that you know what that is, Chris will never use that.
I did last week by accident after 5 years. I'm driving on the street, all of a sudden I noticed it. I said, wonder what that is. I should have waited till I stopped. I didn't. I was driving and I did it. Next thing you know, the car was like, I'm like, oh my goodness. So I pulled over.
So while I have you here, do you have your cell phone with you? If you don't, that's okay.
I think it's in the back.
Okay, never mind. I'll pair it up for you before you leave. So did you use the Bluetooth system in your car?
I had at one point, and then I got a new battery. I did something and it disconnected it.
Okay, all right, no problem. Well, anyway, I'll hook that up for you before you go. But this has a Bluetooth system on it as well. Of course, that's kind of common. This is your navigation system, and it is controlled. This is what I was showing people earlier. If you push this button down in the middle, the knob in the middle. Now you can still control it here.
Yes.
Okay, let me turn this around so people can see. So you could you can still control the thing with this right here. But if you push down on this right here, I pushed down one too many times. If you push down on it, then you can. Oops, wait a minute. Let me go back. Where's the back? There's a back button on here somewhere. Where's it at? There it is. Back. Okay. If you and then if you push down on this, it'll let you. It will. You'll see. It'll have all this stuff right here. Let me go back one more time. To the nav system. There we go. Now, if we push down this and push down, okay, let's see here. And toggle up. There we go. You got to toggle this button. Okay, so you toggle this up or down, and then you see how I did that toggle? How I toggled this up. Okay, then you push down when you get to the thing you want, like that. So then, if you've got something you don't want, you push the back button, and then you can rotate it. If you look here. What I'm doing, you can turn this. When I turn this, it turns whatever you want. So you want audio, which is your radio. You have it right there. Then if you toggle down, you have the radio. Oops. And you can preset. If we go up there, now you can tune it. When it's white, you can turn this knob. And it'll tune. What's your favorite station? 10 something?
I don't know. I hardly listen to them anymore.
Oh, you don't listen to the radio?
Not that much.
Okay, so I think Chris would like 107.9. I think it is.
Yeah.
Why they put the gospel stations at the back of the dial? In every town you go to, almost it seems like the gospel station is the very last. I think the rap.
Okay.
I think that's it right there. Let's find out.
See, this is why I don't listen. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You're like, is that girl? Well, now what is this here?
That one's nothing. ES. I don't know. I think that's, I do know what it is. Eco and Sport. So if you push this, it's going to push, like right now, you see on your dashboard, you see where it says Eco. Right there it says Eco. If we push this again, I'm pretty sure it's going to say Sport, right? Let me see here. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't see it doing that.
Look, I don't know if you can see. There's something here that goes from red to green. Right above the little parking box. Can you see it? See, I'll put
that's a sport. Okay, yeah, we don't want that.
And then
that will let you use a paddle shifter. So let's get out of that.
Okay. No, it's red again now. So I push it.
There
now
we go.
It's green. So
all right.
what
That's
does
eco.
that do?
That's eco. That should be eco friendly. It's fuel economy. It's what you're going to probably stay in all the time.
Okay. And
So,
sport means that
you can use those paddle
racing
shifters.
and
Yep.
all that, okay.
Yeah, you know, you can use those paddle shifters. So,
No, I'm not doing that anymore.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So,
So, any other questions I need to
no,
ask you?
no other
before?
questions. All you need to do is come by and sign your paperwork. I'm gonna have it inspected for you, get it cleaned up a little bit.
Do you think this is the better of the two choices I had?
I can bring the other choice out for you if you like.
Well, you tell me, because I don't want you driving all the way back to
Well,
the city and then back.
I don't have
here. Do you think?
I think
know
this
what
is,
I like, and you know
this is familiar territory for you.
and you know the vehicles themselves, and you know what I'm interested in.
Yep.
So, and I too, being a salesperson, like to give people options, but I trust your judgment. So, do you think that I need to look at the other one, or do you think that this would probably be my choice?
So for what you
know
told
me.
me that you want to accomplish with this vehicle, probably this one.
Okay.
What you told me you accomplish. But if you want more utilitarian, so if you want more utility, more space to store stuff and that type of thing, then the other one would probably be the one I would choose, because it's got a hatch, and you know this doesn't have a hatch.
Yeah, well, you know, clutterers, the more space they have, the more stuff they accumulate.
Okay. So,
Okay. So if you give me something bigger, trust me.
okay.
Stuff will accumulate in there. Then when I call you about getting another car in however many years, I'll look in the back and I'll go,
Right. Now, granted, the other one's 3 years newer. It's going to have similar features this has, you know, but it's new territory. I mean, I don't have a problem driving it out. So you can take a look at it. And, you know, it's a Ford Escape. It has a little bit lower miles, 112, I think, on it. But it's the same pricing. This one has 145, which is the average. It's 15-year-old. How many miles is it average in a year? 10 years old, 15,000 a year, which is industry average. I don't really see much going on with the car that would give me pause. You know, I think you would be comfortable.
The low brake thing and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have to repair your
brakes.
brakes.
I got to get used to the clock, but I can deal with that. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay.
There should be a clock right here, though.
And I got to say, oh, there is.
Yeah.
So this is just maybe a little cute thing for show.
Yeah.
All right.
You can also.
Well, I'm going to call you. How long are you going to be at work?
I am going to be at work all day.
Till 6 o'clock?
Yes, I'll be at work all day till 6, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, because I got to decide what little things I want. A couple things you suggested. I kind of think I might maybe not get, like the Gap stuff. But I'll call you.
Yeah.
So you're going to do
You definitely need a warranty, though.
the battery and the brake thing. You're going to check and then figure out what these are. Are you able to take this off for me? I don't want to crack it.
Yeah, I can figure out let Charles do that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean you.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's just going to be a switch thing, and you know Mercedes switches are expensive, so that might be one thing you might have to live with. The mapless. So I don't know what this is.
See what they are.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's somewhere in the book where it says it. Okay.
So that's on. I don't know, that's on. That's all on. Okay, and that's off.
Okay.
So I mean,
and then these are the.
What are those? No. This is your emergency system here.
Oh.
I think that's that's emergency. Yeah, that's if you're hooked up to Mercedes emergency. I can't see that one. What does that say? I don't know what that.
I haven't got my.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
And that. So what cuts this one?
I don't know what's. Oh, is that what that was?
No, that's this.
Okay, there you go. So those are map lights right there. Okay, these are map lights. Okay, I got. These are your. So we figured that out. Yeah. People, I have a. Hey. Now I have an Atlas. Yes, sure do. What happens if the GPS goes out?
I know.
All right.
You just got to know how to read the map.
Yeah.
My sister can. I'd have us lost.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you really took my needs and wants and things into consideration. I appreciate all the time that you've taken for me to make sure that it not only is something that I like, but something that is going to meet my needs and stuff. So
yeah, this is familiar territory to you. Yeah, just give me a call. I'll go over the numbers with you. Okay. You definitely need a service plan with a Mercedes. So You know, I don't, whether you take gap protection or not, I don't care, but you need a service plan.
Yes.
So, I hate selling cars without service plans. I know it's not if, it's not if they break down. And I like this car.
They're used cars, like you said.
Yeah. Okay.
And at some point.
Let me get back.
Thank you so much.
Now, I can bring the other one out if you'd like.
If you really think, and the other one you said,
it's a 2017 Ford Escape Titanium, and so I can bring it out, and then you know, you can decide if that's something you want to invest in as well. You know, so just compare to get the difference in the drive. It's going to be a completely different ride, but you might like it. Might be time for a change. So I'm going to go run and get it. I got another client that's wanting to set up as well when I get back. So
okay, well, take care of them, and then you can decide, because you know, can't be driving in the dark even with headlights.
Right. I got you.
So if you do, I'll give you a call, because you got another call time. What time is your other client?
Anytime. So what I'm going to do is I have to run it. I have to go over a vehicle that we got coming back.
Okay.
They're at work. They're anxious. They're chomping at the bit. It's a Jeep, and they're chomping at the bit to come get it. So
I will let them chomp at the bits, and then
but you should look at the other one. But anyway, are you coming out today?
Just text me.
Are you coming out to the office today?
No, but if I get it, we'll make this work.
Okay. No, because I'll have to ask you for a deposit. But I'm going to bring the other one out for you, so you can have a plan, an option. So I'll just figure out how to fit that in there. So that's what we're going to do.
All right. I will be here then.
Okay.
Okay. And so thank you again.
You're welcome.
Be careful your phone there.
Yep. Oh, you know, I can't forget that. Yeah, for
I don't
everybody.
want you to drop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Well, guys, thank you all for all of you who've been praying for my weight loss journey. Whew. I forgot, on the north side of Columbus, we have a large community of people who come from Africa. So I thank God I know how to speak French.
Okay.
All right.
And even though when you said blue, at first I was saying blue, but I still like this. I like this.
Yeah. This trunk here. You need to look.
I just take you to drive all the way back.
I'm not worried about that. I get paid. You know, I get paid to drive out here too, right?
Yeah, but it's going to keep you from possibly making another commitment.
So. No, it's not. I'm good. If I have another commitment, I'll keep it. No, look. Hey, listen. So guys, here's another thing that I like about this car. Now, these are junky by now. They bought some color matching mats, cut them up to fit. You know, so I can tell you, it definitely was an elderly person who owned this car. Here's where your battery's at.
Now, okay, text me about whatever it is you want to do, okay?
Okay.
Because I can't make calls, but I'll check back.
No. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll probably bring the other one out. Let's see you have the options. Okay. All right. Hey, look at that. The automatic trunk works. That's something that never happens. Got these Mercedes have an automatic trunk system. I doubt if it works going up. Oh, yeah. Works going up. And then you can actually lock the car from outside. And it's got an automatic trunk goes down. So that's cool. Most of the stuff works. All right. I'm going to head on back. I'm going to wrap this video up. Chris had the seat up so close. Woo, Jesus. She had this, she telescoped the steering wheel all the way out. You gotta push it back down. The one thing I liked about the E-Class, as we get ready to wrap this video up, the one thing I liked about the E-Class is a middle-sized car. It has a lot of room for somebody big like me. I'm 6'4", maybe 6'5", and then I'm wide body too. And so it allows me to be comfortable, and even putting the seatbelt on You're nothing worse than being a big person trying to put your seatbelt on and then I like that backup camera. Check that out. I do like that, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you have a little gauge going on right there, so you can see how far you are. I do like that. At any rate, nothing worse than being a big guy, big person, and then you can't get the seatbelt around your body. So one thing that Mercedes did, they really thought about that. I think I'm trapped in here, but I'm not. Here we go. So guys, this is the Mercedes 2014 Mercedes E-Class. It's $10,995 price point. You probably could negotiate it as is, and probably shave off $400 or $500 if you take it as is. But I think it's a nice car, and if you're looking for, even if I don't have one, if you're looking for because the number one buzzword people say to me all the time, I want something reliable. Then if I point out something like a Lexus, they say I can't afford the maintenance. Well, the point and purpose behind buying a used luxury vehicle is the fact that the maintenance schedule is almost always going to be better on a pre-owned vehicle than it is going to be on a pre-owned luxury vehicle than it is going to be on a pre-owned, like a Ford. Not knocking on Ford, but just like a, oh Lord Jesus, what happened here? Like a Ford, Focus or something of that nature. So you're just going to have a better, experience overall with a luxury vehicle, provided that the maintenance, and I should say for the most part, provided that the maintenance has been kept up on the vehicle. That is very important to make sure to look at the Carfax. Once you look at the Carfax, have it inspected. If you don't know anything, let the car dealership inspect it. But if you're still uncertain, go get a second opinion. It will save you. It could save you a lot of money in the long run, because they all break down. Honda and Toyota, your top, most reliable brands, they have a service department too. So what does that tell you? So want you to be a happy customer and a happy client. This is Chuck Harvey. Guys, I'm getting ready to sign off here and head on back, pick the other car up for my friend Chris, but I wanted you to ride along with me so you can see and learn a little bit more about, a little bit a luxury, buying a used car in that $10,000 to $15,000 price point. You can get something really nice. This car is actually pretty nice. I give it an 8.5, I'd say. Overall, this is a Massachusetts car. Looks like it came from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, which is very positive. That means it stayed out of the road salt. Ohio has very, very harsh road salt. But one thing that you notice, if you look at a Mercedes, you rarely see Mercedes having rust on a car. Matter of fact, primarily the only color I really see a Mercedes that ever really has that issue is actually white, and if it's been painted. So one thing about European paint, it does make a better. They make a better paint. It is what it is. So, guys, this is Chuck Harvey from Chuck Knows Cars. Doing a ride along. We'll be doing a ride along later on this afternoon in a 2017 2017 Ford Escape. Hope that you're able to join me for that. It's going to be a completely different animal, but really nice vehicle. So look forward to seeing you here in a couple of hours when we go back, make our second trip back with this vehicle. I'm going to have this inspected and then see what we can. Oh Lord, have mercy! I'm gonna have this vehicle inspected for my client, and I think it'll make a good vehicle. If I know her, she's probably going to choose this one. We're going to find out. I don't see really much going on with it, but I think for $10,000 or $11,000, I think it's a good investment. Something you'll keep for a long time, and we'll go from there. We're going to compare it to a 2017 Ford Escape. We may be driving a Jeep today, a 2012. I think I've got a 2012 Jeep. We'll probably be driving at some point today too. So we'll see. So guys, I'll see you soon. This is Chuck Harvey from Chuck Knows Cars. You can visit my Instagram page at Chuck Knows Cars. We're on Twitter or X, as well as Instagram and TikTok as well. So guys, we'll talk to you soon. This is Chuck Harvey signing off.